Shalom, all glory, praises, and honor is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, teachers of Great Millstone, and the like-minded men who may not be directly part of Great Millstone but are pushing the 144% truth, the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai given to the apostles, elders, or given to the apostles of Great Millstone, Apostle Tahar on down. Shalom. Salutations to the elect men, women, and children of the house of David. And may blessings be upon you. Also, that may this piece of information just, be a bit edifying. So lucky for that, if I got a bit, tongue-tied. But yeah, so I'm gonna just quickly go through this piece of information. I was basically about a month or so ago, can't remember now exactly, I watched that many videos. Elder Malcolm from the Chicago camp, head of Chicago camp, he did a video and he went through a book that it's called The Great Stain, American Slavery. So yeah, I ended up, inspired me. I bought the book and it arrived about a week or so ago. So I was flicking through it yesterday or a couple of days ago, whatever it was. And I seen an image that caught my attention. And the image was of a Israelite woman, or slave being branded, someone being branded, a woman being branded. So brought to mind this scripture, and the main scripture is Revelation 13, so this is scripture usually used, other scriptures are twofold, manyfold, the scriptures can be used in the right context, but this one usually regeneration. That's one of the ones that if I say would go into a lesson for reincarnation, regeneration. This is a really good scripture to use for that. But it also shows that anyway, I read it. The thing that have been, Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun, showing that nothing's new. So we had the Urim and the Thummim back in the priest had the Urim, Levi priests had the Urim and the Thummim back in the day, and they could through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yoshai could send down the image of a situation that occurred. All right. So I heard the apostles going into that one before. There's this no new thing under the sun. We had Nimrod trying to set up the Tower of Babel. And got confounded, and this is what they're doing now. It's called the the fourth industrial revolution, the NWO. That's what they're trying. They're trying to set it up. This is what this is all about. The Crown Royal was part of it. This little skirmish between Russia and Ukraine is another part of it. To bring down the economy, to set up that fourth industrial revolution, which will bring forth, their main aim is to bring forth this, the M.O.T.B, the charagma. So when I read this book here, or when I flipped through the book here, I should say, this is The Great Stain, Witnessing American Slavery by Noel Ray. I seen this image, and it was someone getting branded. And basically, it brought to mind that this is what they intend to do. Because we're still slaves. We're in a mental slavery now, rather than a physical slavery as we were back then, in them days, as part of our punishment. Yahweh Shemel Shai is easing, our times are more mental now and spiritual. So, but this image just brought back the comparison to Revelation 13, right? Revelation 13:16. So I'm going to get to that in a second, go straight to the point. Of course, we didn't, what's the word? Willingly comply to this slavery, And that's the difference between now and then. Obviously, people are going to be deceived into accepting the M.O.T.B, the charagma, and there's going to be a punishment for it. Do you get what I'm saying? Because the prophets have been out there for decades now, and they've been speaking about it. And so, but anyway, I'm going to go into this bit here, start get some order. So you can see that two Edomites there, branding the woman, the Israelite woman. So the caption reads, most slaves were branded at least twice. First, when bought in Africa, with a mark such as DY for Duke of York, patron of the Royal African Company, and again when resold on arrival. Brands for identification were made on the made on the shoulder or chest. Brands for punishment on the hands or face. And this is what it's going to be. You know, this is the M.O.T.B, which is going to be made manifest, is going to be a brand for identification. A brand, they're going to present it as a brand for or present it as a thing of benefit. Yeah, but in essence, it's just the branding, yeah. And what's the word again? What the word? I brought down something earlier. Yeah, so basically, it's a badge of servitude. Yeah, that's what it's going to be, a badge of servitude. So let me just get the scripture. Sorry, I got a shopping list there for later. So this is what we're talking about here. Yeah. So I had to go to DuckDuckGo to get this image, you know, still, because they're hiding a lot. So in fact, we'll go to Blue Letter. Revelation 13. I mean, there's been far more edifying lessons than what I could ever bring out. You know, I'm very, very young. You know, I've only known the truth for a couple of years now. And the apostles, elders, and teachers have been, you know. So if you want to find the lesson, find the lesson. So I'm just going to go through the basics, the rudiments of it, the basics of it, yeah. And he calls of all, both small, Revelation 13:16, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, that's the charagma, in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that is the M.O.T.B. Yeah, and that's going to be the image that I've just shown up, and this is what it is. Yeah, there. It's going to be a brand, an identifying marker of who or which family you were owned by, if you were to take that. Yeah, if the spirit is, you know, all we do is pray that that's not our lot, simple as that. And we die before we take that, simple as. Yeah, fear him that can kill. But I'll get that actually at the end, so I'm going to get that at the end still. That scripture. And 17, and that no man might buy or sell, no man, meaning no man, woman or child, might buy or sell, save he that have the mark of the beast, which is NATO and EU, is the mark of, or the number of his name. The beast is NATO and EU, yeah? And they're setting up the beast system, which is the image right now. That's what we are at the beginnings of. Let's go into this word. The mark, it says charagma. Yeah. Stamp or imprintable mark. And like today I actually went through some of my notes. And I opened it up on a page, or through the Spirit. It came out of a lesson of Apostle Gabars about 2 years ago. It was, yeah, nearly 2 years ago. So about this fourth. So what was it be? Yeah, well, yeah, nearly 2 years ago. And he said that he described it as a badge of servitude, and that's what they'll be doing. You accept that. You're serving you're serving Esau. You're saying to Yahweh Shem Shai that Esau is your God. That's what you're doing. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's a totally different mark to Ezekiel 9:4. That's the Thawar. Yeah, if I'm saying it correct. That's the Thawar. That's a spiritual mark that the elect will have. The elect have got that spiritual mark. This mark is a physical mark because Esau's carnal. Yeah. Right. So you can go into the root words here. It's all good. To go into the root words, a paid or stake, that's the instrument that they'll use to that's the karat, the instrument that they'll use.
Strong's G 5482. Charaks. Charaks.
Place it in. So there we are. That's it. If you can see that, yeah. Right, and each one of these each one of these little devices, these chips, will have an identifying marker within them. You know, so you know that's the norm. That's the grapho. Yeah. So there it is, plain and simple. Let me just go to punishments. It's just a quick thing. I mean, if you read it, if you basically watching this, you probably already know about this already anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to go through a few more scriptures and then finish it there. It's just that it got me interested when I seen the image of the woman being branded. There's no new thing under the sun. What they did then, they're going to attempt to do very, 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 very soon. Yeah, and we've got to keep that in mind, you know. And through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, pray, watch, and pray for mercy, you know, in these days and times and tribulations to come. Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, which is NATO and the EU, and his image, which is the system, what they're setting up now, which is going to be the fourth industrial revolution. I've actually seen a video today from one of the brothers from London. He was going past a what is it shop? Amazon. I'm gonna try. In fact, if I remember, I'm gonna put it into the description box. An Amazon Go shop. Yeah, and he was talking. They're setting up the system already. The infrastructure's there. Yeah. So and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Yeah, and that's it's plain and simple. Go 16. Here we are, 16:2. And the first went. I'm getting straight to the point on these precepts here. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of, which have the M.O.T.B, the mark of the beast, on say as it is, and upon them which worshipped his image. Yeah, the image is Esau and what he's setting up, the NWO and the fourth industrial revolution. And if we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, 2 Corinthians 2:11, we know what is going on. Yeah, don't trust your enemy. Never trust thine enemy. Like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So don't trust them, because they're here to deceive you, deceive the world, and at the end of the day, we're going to be held in derision. Anybody that takes that and accepts that will be held in derision. Let me quickly get that. Second address 16. Where is it, man? 68, isn't it? Here we are. Straight to the point. Yeah, I'm going to go straight to the point on this. This whole chapter is heavy duty. So I'm going to read 68 and 69, 70. All right. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. And there's going to the concentration camps, which are going to be set up. Yeah. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot. Yeah, and that's what's going to happen. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, don't consent unto them. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shemiyash, I pray that it's not our lot or my lot, your lot. You know, and we'll rather die than receive consent unto Esau, Edom, because he's the enemy, plain and simple. So I'm going to finish it off with this. Matthew 10 and 28. All right, Matthew 10 and 28. The words are written in red, and as you know, Yahweh Shai spoke the words that are written in red. Yahweh Shai's people ignorantly call Jesus. That's not his name. His name is Yahweh Shai, meaning he saves, he delivers. Yeah, and that's what the elect are waiting for. And we as the hopeful elect are waiting to be to know if we're part of that blessed number. Simple as that, you know. So Matthew 10 and 28, bear this in mind, from one of my favourite scriptures, yeah? Yeah. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Hell is the grave, a low place. You know, we're in hell right now. Simple as that. You get what I'm saying? But fear, basically, the point is fear Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Yeah, not Esau. Don't fear man, whatever, because the Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai is the ultimate protection for his elect. And with that, Lord's will, it was edifying. Shalom, shalom.